Asians, is there anything left to fight for? Explain, Joe.
I remember when we were growing up, it felt like, hey, there's no representation in media. Like, maybe we should like go and create content and try to make a mark, right? And then our I guess Asian Americans before us, they were like more like, oh, we need to fucking march because they're not putting Asian American studies in the colleges. They're refusing or whatever, right? So there's like different things that they needed to fight for, but like a lot of the stuff that I see today of people whining, I don't really think it's worthy of fighting. So for example, like the Wasian shit, like I'm like, that's
Wasian is white Asian?
There was a Wasian meetup and then
But what's the, I guess, controversy or the highlight of that thing, of the whole Wasian?
So the Wasian controversy is they felt that like because they didn't include other mixed Asians in the name, like it was very racist and it was white, like it was supporting white supremacy because it was white, like it was putting white at the forefront of it. And then like to me,
Azite would be better.
To me, it was like this. It was like they have redhead meetups, they have tall meetups. Yeah, it's like a thing now.
They have
right?
like Robert meetups.
Yeah, everyone with the name Robert, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, awesome. Like, this is a cool, like, being Wasian is like, I always thought that people were isolated because you don't have a community of them. But, like, this is a good forward thing, right? There's a huge bunch of them. Hey, I might have Wasian kids one day, and now there's going to be mentors, a community, a whole name, an identity. Like, that's cool, right? But then hella people didn't like that shit. And they're like, this is fucking racist. Or there's just controversy. But I'm like, I'm just like, man, like, I can't relate to their fight and what they need to change. Because when we were growing up, I felt like the fight was like, there's no representation. And then it was probably like maybe like a Jewish guy in Hollywood writing a script. And then he goes, oh, this will be a funny thing, and put like a Chinese guy. Like, I don't really know any Chinese guys, but I was at this restaurant and the waiter was funny. So let me like use that as inspiration. And then they'll put that up. They'll hire an Asian actor. And it's like, that doesn't really represent us. So maybe we could make our own shit.
But his name is Noodle.
I know, right?
Noodle Wang.
And that totally represents us, actually.
Yeah, actually. Whoa, that's not.
Or like, let's say we're getting pulled over because we don't have Asian police officers in our community that understand the difference between a kid in math club and a gangster. So like they're just pulling over everybody, right? So if it's like you got an all Asian community, all the cops are like all white or whatever, they're not gonna know like how to deal with the culture. But then if it's Asians, like they're bilingual, they could speak to the elders, whatever, right? So like I'm like, those are the kind of things we were fighting for, right? And then right now, like I'm like, do we have anything to really fight about and like get equality and justice? Or like, I don't know. That's my main question. Is like,
there's a couple of things I guess that comes to my mind just talking about it. One of them is I thought Phil Wang from Wong Fu had a pretty good post about it. His was, like when it comes to budgeting in Hollywood, everyone's fighting for the budget from the studios. Right? Like, and you're competing with either major franchises, you're competing with star power. You can have a Tom Cruise show up. They don't even have a script ready, and they'll magically have 10 scripts come and appear. Like it's already, comes built in. And then he was talking about, I think, the Michael B. Jordan, and then who's the director he always works with?
Ryan Coogler.
Like he was talking about what he really likes about those two is starting from, is it Fruitvale Station? Mm-hmm. From there, every single level up, they stuck together and they're able to bring more Black people into their community, into their world. And they never had to dilute their content and eventually go like who's the guy? I mean, I don't even know if he did this, but who's that big Asian director that did the dance movie?
John Chu. John and Chu.
So like people will have their breakout Asian American like stamp in like of Asian American history and whatever. And then the first level up, they're already in the Hollywood system. They bring no one up with them. So I feel like that would be the fight would be like,
I mean, he did Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, but still it's like, maybe that's a bad example, but like, there's a lot of people like that where they don't just keep coming up and then kind of building the funnel. Where like someone like Kevin Hart, starting from Wild 'N Out or even before that, his whole team, those 4 or 5 guys, they all open for him. So there's like this thing of like these communities, they come up, whether it's George Lopez or whoever, they come up and then they bring their whole squad. But Asians are the only ones that once they come up, they think to get to the next level, they have to abandon their roots. And they get swallowed into the system.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson famously used to make directors hire his friends.
Yeah, like that.
So kind of like the Adam Sandler game, like he rolls with the same, or like even Tarantino, like he uses the same actors and like.
So for Phil, he was saying like, where is that in our community? And I'm like, I can see that because without us sticking together, you're gonna just end up being the random Asian guy on Walking Dead. You're like, we have a lot of one-offs, but we don't have a movement. So that's one thing I can get behind. And then the other thing is, which is kind of like ironic, we're crushing it so hard in the Ivy Leagues that we have like inequality in admissions.
You're getting banned from Harvard.
Yeah, like how can we make it where, okay,
More Asians can join?
yeah, if this guy has a 4.0, let him get in versus a non-Asian with the 3.5 gets in before him. Those would be, I guess, the things that people could fight for now.
That ain't never gonna happen, my boy. I wish it would.
I think there's also still like those other fights too, right? Like when you see things like the Stop Asian Hate type stuff, you know, like what also ends up happening is like a kind of almost like a test of like what our current generation's like values really are. The way that we see our elders, the way that we continue how they have been in their communities, like keeping your head forward, respect, and you know what I mean? Like there's a certain understanding of like what we need to become. I don't think we've like found it.
Well, I think that fight is what it seems like is violence against Asians doesn't echo as loud as violence against Black people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like if there's inequality, a city's gonna burn on one side, and the other one it's like crickets. Yeah, that's true. And then where's the rally? Where's the solidarity? There's none of that. So I could see that could probably be like another fight.
It's like that white kid who got stabbed in London or whatever, in the UK, and he was begging for help, and the cops like arrested him.
That shit pissed me off, man. Crazy, man. Like if he's bleeding and shit, you should be rendering aid right away.
It does kind of come off as like Asian lives aren't as worthy.
That's what it feels like.
So it's not like Asian lives don't matter. It's just like people consider us other. Like they don't care as much.
Yeah, like if I was an alien and I fucking came down.
Yeah, because we kind
and I'm like,
oh, they don't care about Asians. No cities are burning. You know,
that's what it'd be like.
Yeah.
It's really good, but it's a good alien.
Except for the K-pops.
Yeah,
but
the way that's because they're beautiful.
Yeah, the way that people care about like K-pop artists is next level.
That's crazy level right there.
I do think there is it's not so much of a rights thing, but I think we're looked upon as foreigners, and because there's a lot of new immigrant Asians, or like they being low key means like you don't actually fit in, or you're not a part of the program. So you know how like a lot of Asians, like they could be here for generations, but they keep their head down and they don't really want to like attract attention. They're not loud cowboys, whatever, right? So then like they could be a part of the country contributing for many, many generations, but they're still looked upon as a foreigner. So I think that's kind of something that's like, well, maybe culturally, like they just stay low key so they don't stand out, but also you get forgotten, because that's kind of the American game is everyone's loud here and everyone like speaks their mind and like they get attention, but it's like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So if the community was like, oh fuck, I know we don't want to complain, but I think if we were more visible, then you get more resources. Yeah. You get more funding, you get more whatever you need for your community. But that's another thing too. We never ask for anything. So we don't take any tax money. It's just like build your own.
And also we're so like segregated by our like specific nation. You know, like it's easy to be like Asians this.
Yeah, we actually, get grouped up, but we're not.
We're not groups at all. You got your Chinese, you got your Korean, you got your Japanese, you got your Vietnamese. Like,
but we got Polynesians too.
Yeah.
And we have to fit Indians and Eastern Europeans.
But all of those
basically.
are like a lot of those are like diasporas out here in America. They're not necessarily like mixed communities that like cohabitat in terms of like constantly sharing in culture
Hell no.
and collaborating with fusion restaurants and stuff. Right? No, it's just like you exist. I'm in the same
That's
neighborhood.
true.
You
We're
know?
grouped up into one.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, outside of America, we are the biggest population.
Yeah.
But in America, we're like less than 5%.
Yeah.
But you're squeezing billions of people. So we got India, China, Japan. We got all of East Asia, Southeast Asia. But they throw Polynesia in our group too.
And I say that though because it's like it's so much harder to collect. Like I see what things like Gold House or whatever are doing in general for Asians, but it's like it's so much harder to build momentum and like have Asians do something like build a BET in America because it's like a race between, well, then who's really going to control it? Is it the Koreans? Is it the Chinese? We won't be able to come together as like an Asians entertainment, blah, blah, or an Asian conglomerate in America truly, because once it actually gets to a certain place, I think we're way too like specifically different Asians.
Plus, you guys are obsessed with making corny names like Asian Sensation and
It's gay.
It's so gay.
Does it have? You think it needs to be pushed forward for a few more generations? You know, like with black people, right? They don't care. Oh, this guy's from Sudan or Nigeria or whatever.
They do. Africans don't like African Americans.
No, not Africans. I'm talking about African Americans because they are still originally from Sudan or Nigeria. But then,
Because they don't know where they're from.
but they've been here for so long that it's like.
I think yes, in short, yes. Like I think more time will help, but I think it's more so because like we're still in generation 1 of social media. So like everything that is a fight has been a fight for the first fucking 5 years of its life ever.
Do you think you're winning?
I think we will.
I think
Like
we actually,
everything
I
is
actually think
built
we are,
Asian.
because of-
Everything, the technology that people are watching shit on is Asian. Like the win is going to be a different version. It might not be the loud vocal one. It'll be the quiet, complete, like the fucking dragon has awoken one.
Is it a ninja win? Because you guys are ninjas? You guys are like ninjas?
Could you bang noodle.com?
I actually think we're overly represented based on population. So if you think about like, okay, we got less than 4%, right? But then we are represented in sports a lot. Like, or it's just Otani's a big name. Like even in Hollywood now, there's a lot. And I was thinking about it because I was like, well, for a very short period of time, there was no industry Asians until like the last decade, right? And then, so if you look at how many population-wise we are in America, we're actually making a big impact and visible for how small it is.
I don't think you had a Jordan until now, though, because Otani's truly a Jordan. Like, Lin was a temporary, like a firework going off.
And I don't think Asian Americans see Otani as like I don't as homegrown. Yeah, he's scouted. He's not a homegrown. So I think people would see Jeremy Lin as more as homegrown than like Yao Ming. You know?
Yeah, and I think we all see Tiger Woods as black, and nobody really thinks that he's still half Asian.
We don't claim him. Like, remember when that skit, they would like the race delegation?
He got drafted by the black delegation, which was big.
Yeah. But going back to what you said, I think is the fucking clear bam why it's not like united and all that is because we never were like we're just thrown into one group because we kind of like have to.
Yeah, because we all have chinky eyes.
Yeah, but like if you think about
that's literally the only reason why we're actually thrown in one group.
Who really does run Hollywood for Asians and is just Chinese and Koreans. That's it. Like there's nobody else. Like all those Asian voices is just Chinese culture. That's all it is. I don't think there's really anybody else speaking up because population-wise, they dominate.
It also sucks that when you guys won an Oscar, like Parasite, you guys, by the way, because of the eyes, nobody cared about the Oscars anymore. You know what I mean?
By the time we're winning, it's already too late. Yeah.
Like after Titanic, by the way, I don't think anyone even remembers who the hell won anything. Right? Isn't that sad?
So now it's like
I remember 12 Years a Slave won.
I remember that too. But yeah, exactly. It's like a consolation prize because the viewership just goes down. Oof. It's funny too because you realize like, is there anything left to fight for? But you guys are supposed to be so good at fighting.
I think there's a ton left to fight for, but whatever.
But it all sounds so like.
It sounds so stupid.
It's not like I'm
It's such
fighting for rights to own property.
You know what it is?
You know
It's
what I mean? Like
it's
what
an
the
American
fuck?
thing. It's an American thing to think that we have something to fight for. When again, you zoom out, you talk about planetary earthing, and it's like, dude,
Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
But that's everything if you zoom out.
Yeah. Everything
it's just
seems
so
small.
racial in America.
Religion seems like silly if you zoom out in a way.
Imagine going to like anywhere in Asia and just being like, hey, dude, like we Asians have something to fight for. Everybody's Asian in their country already. They're like, what?
Well, the more homogenized it is, the more it's like that.
Then it becomes more about class.